Hey, welcome back to the channel. As you can tell, I just took a shower, so my hair is wet, but there is a message I wanted to get out to you tonight as it's really important. I also have some sunburn going on because I started a running practice this past week, and I also just bought a kayak. So I've been outside a lot. I also had a yoga class outside today, and as you can tell, I am German and Irish nationality, so I am not a natural tanner. So lots of moisturizer on my face and lots of wet hair. So I apologize, but hopefully this message resonates with you this week. Today, we're talking about how to stay consistent and trust the process. If there's a dream in your heart, or you're really going after something or a goal and you're not seeing it manifest yet, we're going to talk about how to keep the faith and know that it's already on its way to you. So maybe you've been working, you've been praying, you've been doing all different things to get to this certain je ne sais quoi, this place, this thing that you want in your life, this person, and you're just not seeing it yet. It's taking you longer. We're going to talk about how to keep showing up even when you're tired, how to stay faithful even when you're not seeing it, and how to have absolute confidence that what you want is already being prepared for you and on its way to you. So let's dive in. The first thing I want to mention is to really focus on the vision and not the obstacles. So, really keeping in mind that bigger picture and seeing what you really want. So, maybe you surround yourself with things that remind you of what you want because we are visual creatures. So, maybe you have a vision board or you write down affirmations and you say them out loud. Sometimes you can even record them and play them back to you. The more ways that you can deal with affirmations and like say them and different ways you can absorb them, the better. And maybe you journal about them. So you really want to have that vision around you at all times. And the most important place to have it is within your heart because God planted that in your heart for a reason, that dream that you're going after, whatever it is, whether it's a place, person, or thing. And it's really important to feel it and believe that it's already yours, right? So having it in your heart, super important, and surround your outer world to reflect your inner world. And that helps you really stay focused on that vision. And that's step one to getting after it and staying consistent and letting it become your reality. Another thing I wanted to mention is that there is this quote verse from the Bible that says, "Walk by faith, not by sight." And that is from 2 Corinthians 5:7. And that's a big manifestation principle. You've probably heard it. You need to believe it before you see it. It's the same thing as walk by faith, not by sight. So having that faith in your heart and all the visuals around you already puts your brain into the category of it's already mine. It's already coming. I already know. It's a knowing instead of a wanting. And that's a big difference. Number two is to stay consistent even when you don't feel like it, or even when you just took a shower and you're ready for bed, but you know the message is important and you need to get it out. So being consistent is more important than motivation because motivation comes and goes. So even when you don't feel like it, no matter what, you may have a lot of other things going on in your life that pull you out of what you want, but it's really important to pull yourself back to center and every single day you're taking action towards that goal. Doing your best, even when you don't feel like it, is what really separates the dreamers from achievers. And this reminds me of a very recent national championship basketball game where the Gators won. Go Gators! That's my alma mater. And every game they always came back, especially the last two games. At the second half is when they took over, when the other team was tired, and they were tired too, but they kept fighting. It just reminds me of that never give up mentality. And that's what's needed. If you really want something, you have to have that. And you have to do your absolute best every single time you show up for it. So that's something I keep in mind is that analogy sometimes when I'm like thinking, oh, I'm really tired. Oh, I don't feel like prepping for this. I prep for it. I do it because you know what? We always need to do our best because that's also a reflection of how we show up in the world to God. You know, if you're a spiritual person, if you're not doing your best every day, it's almost like a disservice, to our higher power. But that's something I really wanted to mention is because it's really important to keep going and staying consistent. Here are some signs that you're on the right path in case you need them, because trusting in the universe can be a little challenging sometimes, and having patience can be challenging. So maybe as you're on this path, you're getting some signs. Maybe even during the troubling times, there's those times of inner peace or calmness that come over you. Or maybe there's new opportunities that come into your life that you weren't expecting. And it's breaking open new doors for you to walk through. Also think about the inner growth that's happening as you're in the waiting period. Maybe you're building resilience, patience, strength, or your faith is deepening because you're going through this. That's another sign that you're on the right path. And just a quick reminder that even delays are preparation for what's to come to you. Sometimes we wait longer because the blessing is bigger and it needs to be prepared for us. So maybe you were thinking small and your mind needs a space to expand, to open up to what God's plan is for you, so that you have this beautiful, big, bountiful blessing. So there is something in the wait that is also beautiful. You've probably seen the different Instagram pictures, or I think they're on Pinterest, they're everywhere, but it's like my plan and it's a single rose, or it's a little teddy bear. And then God's plan is a bigger teddy bear, like the size of a person, or it's this huge room full of roses. And that is so true. Sometimes we limit ourselves. So there is beauty in the waiting because it's also allowing us to expand and be bigger if we allow it to. In closing, I want you to stay focused, be consistent, trust fully, and know that what you've been praying and working towards is already on its way to you. Walk in faith and know that the blessing will be even bigger than you could ever imagine. And I'd love to hear if this resonates with you. What are you waiting on? What is the dream in your heart, or what is the goal that you're waiting to manifest? And is there any part of this that really resonated with you? I know for me, patience and trust are big ones for me that were a challenge in this recent event in my life. And what I received is so much bigger than I ever could dream of. And the blessings keep coming. I mean, it's just overwhelming abundance. And it's a beautiful time to be alive. I'll just say that. And until next time, please take very good care of yourself. And I also invite you to subscribe if you haven't, totally free, and give this a thumbs up. And I'll see you next week. Have a wonderful week, y'all.